Hello friends, today I will be talking about balance of payments. Our country is growing nowadays. Why? Because normally we are paying more attention towards our exports. If export grows, our economic development is possible. So to improve and increase our exports, what is important is we have to see the statistics of our country regarding the export transactions for a particular period. Okay. The balance of payments is a concept which deals with the same. It is the measure of an accounting transaction of exports of a particular country for a particular period. In India, we take the exports statistics of 1 year starting from April 1st to next year March 31st. We consider normally the export transactions of all commodities, whatever is exported from our country. It is a concept that measures the differences between exports and imports of both visible and invisible commodities. Okay, visible commodities here consist of normally the all kind of goods, all kind of tangible goods. Invisible commodities consist of normally every kind of services. Balance of payments is normally stable when our exports increase and imports drop. There are three criteria where we measure the balance of payments. In the first criteria, we consider when exports is greater than imports. When exports are more and imports are less, our country's balance of payment position is in surplus. So why? Because exports are more. So we are in a position to generate more foreign exchange reserves. Whereas in the second condition, what happens is when exports and imports are equal, we say that normally our economy is in equilibrium. Why? Because exports are equal. On the other hand, imports are also equal. So in such case, normally we are not able to generate more foreign exchange reserves. Revenue will be stable. But in the third case, what happens there is our exports are less and imports are more. So exports is less, imports are more. So in such case, our country's balance of payment position will be in deficit. The result of this deficit is normally again, see the import bill will increase. When the country's import bill increases, ultimately balance of payment get affected. So what we require in our economy is stability. In order to ensure economic stability, what is required is balance of payments position has to be again in either in surplus or in equilibrium. Still, let us take the statistics from 1971 till 2011, 40 years statistics. In the past 40 years statistics, we find that India has recorded surplus only in 3 years, 3 golden years. And rest 37 years, what India has done is normally again it has faced severe deficit in its balance of payments. The reason for this is increasing imports and reduced exports. So if exports are increased, one side we can find that economic development will happen, growth of our economy is also possible, stability of our economy is also possible, and we can find that there is more employment generation which is also possible. Resources can be better mobilized and utilized. People, manpower and other factors can also be better utilized. So what is required in our country is normally again we have to concentrate on maintaining stability in balance of payment positions. One side we can see that normally domestic revenue increases. Other side we can also find that your foreign exchange reserves will also keep being kept intact. Okay, for this normally again it is very important that normally again balance of payment is normally again kept at surplus. This is most important. Today when we consider the exports of our country, major exports of our country are cotton, jute, mica, and tea, as well as normally to some extent our rice, whatever has been cultivated in Punjab, and most of the areas in Andhra Pradesh are exported. And though we export so many items, why is that our import bill is more than the export? The reason is the major imports for our country is normally petroleum and petroleum products, chemicals and allied chemicals. So the cost of this is increased so much, and on the other hand consumption is also increased so much that normally again we are not in a position to produce so much of the exports. That is also one thing. Other side, normally domestic consumption is increasing. Like for example, take a commodity gold. Gold consumption has increased over the years. So in one side normally we can find out why this gold commodity price has increased, because one side gold is used in Ayurvedic medicines. Gold is also used in SIM cards. Gold is also used for domestic ornaments. It is also used for normally again say artificial gems and jewelries, etc. So in such case, when the usage is increased so much, ultimately consumption has increased. When the consumption is increased, ultimately there is an impact on price. Price fluctuation is also felt like this. Okay, so overall what I can say is normally the balance of payment is one thing which we have to concentrate in order to ensure economic stability. Okay, so export has to be increased and import has to be reduced. What are the ways in which normally we can increase our exports now? Today Government of India has announced certain schemes for the benefit of exporters. The following are the schemes which has been increased. First one is normally again we find that there is something called as tax holidays for all exporters. All exporters are qualified for tax holidays. In such case normally we find that any commodities which has been purchased from outside for the purpose of exports normally again is free from paying tax. There is, even if the tax is collected, it is later refunded as a duty drawback. First thing. Second thing is normally these people are again free to import capital goods. There is no import duty charges, no cess on any items which has been imported from outside for the purpose of exports. Secondly, third important thing is normally again the Government of India has again brought out certain schemes like letter of credit facility, as well as normally again they are also brought about normally the facilities like bank guarantee, financial guarantee, in order to again promote our exports, in order to provide financial assistance, in order to provide them with customs clearance, shipping and other docking facilities. So in such case normally again the respective exporters are getting the benefit of this. More important thing is that normally again the exporters are also free from any kind of restrictions, permissions, licensing, etc. So in such case they can also concentrate on their exports and see that the country's economic development is taking place every now and then. So in such case normally again we have to consider these things there. So the major concentration about this particular export is normally again the first thing is normally again it will give us normally the necessary benefits, improve our currency stabilities, improve our foreign exchange reserves. It also brings in demand for the local resources. Okay, from this point of view exporting is important. Okay, to conclude what I can say is normally again see the balance of payment measures and economic progress of a country. Economic progress of the country can happen only when there is increase in the exports and decrease in the imports. This will happen gradually. For this normally again the necessary measures has to be taken and that should be inculcated among the respective exporters. Everyone is equally responsible for these things. Thank you very much.